Hello, this is my review of The Times Britain's Hidden Railways by Julian Holland, a journey along 50 long lost railway lines. As you can see, it's quite a thick book. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because it takes far too long. So basically I'll just go through, and you've got a nice coloured photo there on the front there. Not sure where that is, but I'm only going to do 4 of them where I've cycled, and then you've got like a tunnel there and like an index of all the page, like a map of each page where they are. First one I'm going to do is the Camel Trail, Padstow. The Camel Trail, Padstow to Buckland and Wentford Bridge, opened to passengers 1899 to 1967. Original length 18 miles. Original route operator London and South Western Railways. Length currently open for walkers and cyclists 17.25 miles. NCN 3 and 32. Padstow's most westerly destination of the London and South Western Railway. Far-flung empire had to wait until 1899 before the railway arrived. In its relatively short life, the railway opened up markets for local fishermen and responsible for Padstow's growth from a sleepy fishing village to a thriving holiday destination from 1927 until its demise in 1964. Padstow was the final destination of the famed Atlantic Coast Express from London Waterloo. Since it closed in 1967, the railway route has been reborn as a popular multi-user trail that runs along the Camel Estuary to Wadebridge and thence to Bodmin and Wentford Bridge. It's a black and white photo of it there. The train crossing a road there. See a man with a flag. I presume it would be a red flag to stop the traffic. You can actually, that still exists. Because I actually cycled along there. I think it was last year or earlier this year, whenever it was. Funny enough, the railway line it still crosses the road, but actually along the track they've taken it up. They only left it every time it crosses the road. And then there's a map of it. So I cycled from Wentford Bridge all the way. I did get a little bit lost around this area, I remember, because I got a bit confused where to go. There was a little, you can see that there's a little extra bit going along there and that bit going there, so I got a bit confused. I remember found my way back again. I was all the way from Wen Bridge all the way to Padstow. Done mid halt. Below, another view of the XLSW R2-4-0 Owert class 0298 number 30585, hauling a freight train along the Wentford Bridge branch in the early 1960s. The departure from Whaley with a train for Bodmin on 3rd September 1960. That train was built in 1915. I remember cycling over that bridge, just about a couple miles long, further along. The track ends at the port and the station's still there. Funny thing about that bridge, it had lots of holes in it. Must be like drain holes in it, so when it rains all the water rains away. A steam heritage railway that has opened from Bodmin parkway for the National Railway Network and formerly named Bodmin Road to Bodmin General since 1990. Trains also operate to Padstow Junction for the Camel Trail in the summer months. Line was opened by the Great Western Railway in 1888 but was closed to passengers in 1967. Freight service continued into 1983 and the line closed operations from Easter to the end of October and during the Christmas period. So that's the Camel Trail, which I've cycled along. Took me all day because I had to, as soon as I reached the end, I had to turn around and come all the way back. So I hired a bike. There's a place somewhere around here where you can hire a bike from. So I got there quite early in the morning. By the time I got back to the cycle shop, it was all closed, but you could lock it up and then they would come and collect it in the morning. It was quite good of them. So that's the Camel Trail. The next 3 lines I'm going to review from this book are all kind of linked together. This is the High Peak Trail. It goes to High Peak Junction, Parsley Hay, Hardlow, Down Low Halt, Harper Hill, Fernley, all up to Whaley Bridge, and there's Buckland over there, which is quite near Munsell Trail. But see, also got the High Peak Trail. You've got the Tissington Trail. So you've got Parsley Hay there, and then you've got Parsley Hay there. So the High Peak Trail kind of goes from Down Low Halt all the way to High Peak Junction. Tissington Trail goes instead of going down that way, the Tissington Trail goes down here to Ashbourne, all the way down here to Ashbourne here. And then you've got Munsell Trail. It goes for the kind of ends officially at Millersdale here, and it goes down to Bakewell. And then you've got like Peak Forest there. So I think the High Peak Trail is like over here, more over here somewhere. And anyway, let's do the High Peak Trail. Whaley Bridge to High Peak Junction opened to passengers 1830 to 1832, 77. Original length 33 miles. Original route operators Cranford and High Peak Railway. Current length currently open for walk and cyclists 17 miles. One of the oldest and also one of the highest standard gauge railways in Britain, the 33-mile Cranford and High Peak Railway linked 2 canals crossing the exposed peak and district plateau by the way of a series of inclines at each end. The northern half was later rebuilt by the London and North Western Railway, but in the southern half, which is inclined, remained in operation until closure in 1967. Since closure, much of the railway track bed has been reopened as a footpath and cyclists known as a High Peak Trail. Yeah, so that was quite. So it was some of this when I cycled was very. I think it was this bit here was very, very steep. There you go. So See this bit, as you can see, there's a wire rope there, metal rope. So I think actually there was like a static engine at the top where it pulled the. It wasn't really for passengers. It was more like freight. As you can see by these plated wagons here. The top of the 1 in 8 gradient, that's that quite middle incline on the 4th, 1934. On the left wagon, weights to be lowered by steel horse drawn, and an incline, while on the right of the wagon has nearby completed its upward journey. So I think it's, as one goes down, one gets pulled up kind of thing. It's a very good bike ride. I mean, that still, I think the railway's long gone, but it's, you know, the actual railway path is still there. You see, I think that's one of the built in 1829, the Battery Company of Ripley, the steam-powered winding horse at the top of the Middleton incline has been restored and occasionally operated for the public. So you can, yeah. So there's like great big discs and what pulled up the trains. So that was the High Peak Junction, going from High Peak Junction all the way up to Hinderlow. Well, Dowlow Halt. Tissington Trail, Ashbourne to Buckland, open to passengers 1899 to 1954. Original length 22.5 miles. Original route operated London and North Western Railway. Length currently open for walking cyclists 13 miles. So they also see High Peak Trail. A railway line with two distinctive sections, one dating from 1830 and the other brand new line that together became a through route in 1899, serving nothing but a few scattered villages along its route over the exposed Peak District plateau. The southern part came alive at weekends and bank holidays, bringing ramblers to visit the scenic delights of the Dovedale. All this ended in 1963. Within a few years, the entire railway, except from the short section that still serves quarries near Buckland, had closed. Since then, the southern section of Ashbourne to Parsley Hay reopened as a footpath and cyclist known as the Tissington Trail. That's an old photo of it there, the Tissington station. And there's like a map of it there, going from Ashbourne, Thorpclough, Tissington, or Harlington. So this is all the bit I've cycled. Downlow Halt. I think I got it done. I started there, went all the way down there, and then turned around all the way back up there, and then went down that bit to the end, turned and came all the way back up again. And that took me a whole day to do that. I remember that tunnel. The start of the Tissington Trail in Ashbourne is through the 378 yard long Church Street tunnel, which opened to rail traffic in 1899. The tunnel is now owned by Citroën. And also there's a funny enough that signal box still remains there as well. Located on the Tissington Trail is the restored signal box at the site of the Harrington station, which is now an information centre open at weekends and bank holidays. So that was the Tissington Trail. This is the Munsell Trail, Matlock to Buckland and Chinley, open to passengers 1849 to 63 to 1968. Original length 20 miles. Original route operated Midland Railway. Current length open for walkers and cyclists 8.5 miles. I've been along the Munsell Trail countless times. Completed by the Midland Railway in 1867, this highly engineered line through Derbyshire Dales featured numerous tunnels, 8 of them I think there is, and viaducts, and was dubbed the company's public department as Little Switzerland. It was used by through trains between London and St Pancras and Manchester for 101 years till complete closure in 1968. Despite closure, sections of the route are still very alive today in the form of a National Rail Network branch line, a heritage railway line, and a magnificent footpath and cyclists on the freight line only. Got the map here. Got Millersdale there. You've got Wormhill round there somewhere, just there. Munsell Trail, Great Longstone, Hassett, Bakewell is where it officially ends. You can kind of go, but that bit there you're not really allowed to. And then you've got Peak Rail, which is a heritage line going from Rowsley South all the way to Matlock. So part of so some of the line you can actually cycle on. Probably about 3-4 miles that bit you're not really allowed to, but then that bit you can catch an actual steam engine go on. So some of it you can go along with it, some of it you can't. And then I think the Tishington Trail probably goes down somewhere down here somewhere. That's why they're all linked, as I said. Oh, that's the Munsell Viaduct, though, famous. An XLMS 4F000 number 440626 crosses the Munsell Trail at Headstone Viaduct for a southbound freight, 1953. And then there's more of a. I've cycled along there millions of times. Of course, because the railway's long gone, closed 1968. And you've got that's quite a famous view, that is, of the river and the viaduct. Oh, and that's Millersdale Station. That was the largest station on that line. XLMS SMT 460 number 45073 makes a fine sight as it heads through Millersdale Station with a train of empty coal wagons on 1st November 63. You can't actually go, that bit's closed in public, but now you can actually walk along this side, this bridge here. There's not much left of the station buildings neither. Most of it, there's a bit left of this station here, but not much. And you can see there's a station building there that's long gone. And so there's the platforms. There's only about 2 or 3 platforms left. So that's my quick review of Britain's Hidden Railways. Just a quick look. Very interesting. Got some. Oh, that's an old railway line in Scotland. Oh, that's a very sad picture. Bales Railway Path. Well, that's quite impressive, that one. Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's in Scarborough. That bridge. Anyway. So it's quite a big book. It's probably quite a long time to read it all, but there you go. So Britain's Hidden Railways by Julian Holland and reviewed by me, Jimmy James 73. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video. Thank you, bye.